To you Geminis out here. So y'all gave me the most views. So y'all are the ones that are gonna get the first reading this batch. So for you Geminis, right? You have the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and then you Geminis have the Seven of Wands. So what's happening here for you is that okay. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. Okay, I get it. This is interesting. Okay, so the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands represents basically you Geminis are acquiring skills, skill acquisition, basically. You are essentially putting yourselves in position where you are not just getting boogie hocus pocus skills, right, becoming more spiritual, but you Geminis are actually manifesting that in a real, grounding it in a realistic perspective in which you can actually access. It's not just about something that we only talk about hocus pocus here and then that's just it, and you can't access it, you can't use it. So there's a sense of you Geminis, yeah, on one level being much more spiritual, but the spirituality is to cause creativity, right? Which is ultimately what spirituality is about. Everybody wants to talk about spirituality and what's spiritual and what's not. And it's like, listen, if you can't manifest spirituality, it's a delusion. Because spirituality, that's why it is that I was saying 50% physical, 50% non-physical. Because spirituality creates the physical things that a person has. This is where, a person can come up with the idea of a table, tarot cards, a light, television. They thought about it. Spiritually, they manifested it. They thought hard about this. They thought about where all the bolts and the screws should go, the structure of it, how they should make it. And so they basically just brought it into a 3D situation by actually like taking materials, right? Raw materials together, meaning the raw materials, meaning the materials that don't necessarily make sense logically yet because it's not necessarily been done before, and then they essentially put it together and then it becomes voila, whatever it is. So a lot of you Geminis are, like I said, job applications, jobs. Some of you, again, you Geminis may have jobs, getting a raise, creating your own businesses. So you Geminis have this idea in your head that you actually want to see come through to fruition. And that's exactly what really is going on with you Geminis. You Geminis are trying to see if you can make things actually manifest, right? The long-term goals that you Geminis have by actually taking a chance on business or love or whatever that endeavor inside of your imagination is, actually deciding to really do something about it and see if it will work well for you. And then the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands represents, and this is where the bridge is, in the sense of now you Geminis essentially have a choice to make, because you can never really go back if you make this choice to do this. You can't. And see, this is why it is that I'll say that, the next step for you to understand is, on this path, people are going to call you insane. And I'm letting you know what type of time it is. On this path, some people are not going to think that you are healthy. They're going to think that you're out of your mind. And so you Geminis have to be okay with that. And see, this is why it is I was saying that on this path, it is an individualistic one, because it is. Because once you reach a certain threshold or a certain point, you can never really go back. You can't This is what I mean when I say that you really just got to get a select few of people who legitimately can keep up with you, because they'll understand what you've been through and they'll be able to actually relate because they're doing it themselves and in their own way. And have those people around you, because you get to a point where you can't go back. Like I can't go back to, I can't go back to, I can't, because I'm still gonna know more than them. So what would I even, again, still, what would I talk to them about? All they want to do is talk up, you know, watch television all day. What would I even say? Same thing when it comes to you Geminis. So now you have, it's this bridge now spiritually, where it's like the Nine of Cups represents, this is something that you've been really wanting to do. But just know, Gemini, I'm warning you that if you go through with this, you can never go back. And what I mean when I say you can never go back, I mean you can never go back to the way that you were, things were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, where it's like you just so cool with your friends that you had around you at that time. It's over. They're not going to be able to identify who you are spiritually. They'll know you from face and everything like that, and having shared history, but they will have to reintroduce themselves, so to speak, by telling you what they've been up to. And then when you tell them what it is that you've been up to, again, unless they've actually walked that path themselves and they're at a point where they have crossed that bridge themselves and they decide to never go back, they're not going to understand what you're talking about. And maybe they may understand a little bit of it, but you got to also understand too that, like, the things that I say, I've seen people get upset, like legitimately enraged that of the words that is essentially coming out of my mouth on some Chris Tucker stuff. Legitimately get mad because they thought that, like, I was saying something that went over their head, or like I was too, I don't know, William Shakespearean, I don't know what it was, but it enraged them. So you have to understand that even with that, you can never go back in certain elements because you've come too far. So the Eight of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands and the Five of Swords represents how if you decide that you're going to go ahead and go through with it, like a lot of you Geminis more than likely will anyway, be prepared to, be prepared. I'm not saying that you will have to get rid of more people if there's anyone left in your life that doesn't understand. But I'm saying be prepared to where, some people will not be able to actually keep up with you and go along with you. And then you have the Queen of Cups and the Judgment. And once again, the Queen of Cups and the Judgment speaks to how there's a necessity for them to keep up with you. That's how the two of you are going to continue to be connected, whether it's friendships, family members, right? Or romantic interests, And this is why it is that I was saying that air signs, whether it's Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, are zodiac signs that a person must have things in common with you. They have to, because if they don't, the relationship is not going to work out. So even if a person doesn't have, even if you and them don't have anything in common, they're going to have to, and you are going to have to actually engage in each other's interests in order for the relationship to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And this is why it is I keep saying that not everybody's going to be able to go with you, because some people are naturally going to drop off the face of the earth from you because they not really with, they with partying, like they not really with waking up every day doing videos. Using myself as an example, you feel what I'm saying? They wanna party every day. They wanna, you know what I'm saying, do they thing. They're not really trying to get a YouTube channel and put in videos and stuff like this, put videos up to keep the numbers up, and they're not finna do all that. And I'm saying all that to say but this is the catch-22 of it for them. That's how they would actually keep up with you. That's how they'll stay. That's how you'll stay in their life. But again, Gemini, a lot of people are not really going to do that. So the Six of Wands now and the Ten of Cups represent a lot of you Geminis who said yes. It seems as if like there'll be a few extra people that you thought that could have legitimately kept up with you, that you will be shocked to see that this is where things stop for them. And the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups represents you Geminis will be prepared to let them go either and walk away. So there's a sense of seeing where everyone is and needing to understand if everyone is even willing to actually put in work for you. And then you realizing that they're not willing to put in work. And there's a sense of, okay, you Geminis understanding, okay, but you still have to go on this journey, even though you still have to get to know more about yourselves. You have an idea that could potentially work, leave you very successful. And you Geminis don't want to allow this idea to slip through your fingers and maybe someone else do it. So now it's like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a radical idea, right? Where it's something that's not done. It can just be something that you specifically have never done. Because I don't want people to think that when I say a new idea, it's like, oh, it has to be so like out there to the point. It's like, no, it could be roads. It could be real estate. It could be, when I say roads, I mean like landscaping, you know what I'm saying? Like actual road, like creating, like having a road crew to pave over the roads. Like all of that stuff is money, right? The city paying you, real estate, whatever, right? A bakery, whatever, right? It's something that you specifically have never done, but you want to actually try. You want to take it in a new direction. And so, like I said before, the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups is this closing out of you revealing to everyone just how serious you actually are. You're even surprised about how serious you are by actually walking away from said people that you were shocked to see who will not be coming on this journey with you. And let's clarify the Ten of Cups. So boom, brand new idea, right? So to clarify the Ten of Cups, you have the Hierophant, the King of Swords, the Lovers, which is Gemini, so he showed up in your own reading, Ace of Swords, and then you have the High Priestess. So these three cards right here for you represent how, once again, you Geminis basically, you're having new ideas. You don't have dysfunctional people. This is the price that spiritual people pay. Price is, if you let go of all your friends and distractions, a lot of wonderful ideas will start popping up to you and you fix your own life. But if you stay with your friends, you may not fix your life, but you'll have a lot of people around you. This is the price that we pay. So everyone without exception has to pick and choose what it is that they want for themselves, which one, and it'll be their decision, right? It's not forced, it'll be their decision. So you Geminis have these ideas and you're not going to falter on them. You're not going to get scared. You're going to continue to move forward, regardless of who it is that you have to lose, or more so accurately, stop talking to in order for you to actually do it. And then the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess represent, secretly, they admire the decision that you Geminis are making, but it's the fear of them actually doing their own work. But other than that, that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading to keep the channel going, right, to help it, to keep the channel going, there's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link, which will direct you to getting tarot readings, right, birth chart readings, the books that I have there on Amazon, as well as I also provide a cybersecurity service, as well, because I'm getting good at it, which will help you out with your iPads and your technology and everything, helping you, set up firewall and protection and all that stuff, and just make sure that your electronic devices are actually good, you know what I mean, and protected, because, data and privacy, especially in today's world, is something that everyone is going to need, especially moving into the next 10 plus years, especially with AI out. So if you'd like to contact me for any of those services, oh, and I charge $100 for the cybersecurity protection, because it's not a program. It's my own level of understanding, helping you, to give you certain things and tell you certain things to help you out, to get you to make sure that your stuff is protected. But other than that, that's it for now. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. We're at 17,400. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and then set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.